We found a better version than your grandpa's old stinky workbench vise, and we had to take a closer look. It's worth pointing out that IQ Vise was kind enough to send us over these review samples upon our request. So what's so cool about the IQ Vise? Well, it takes everything that a standard vise does and adds mobility, versatility, and some really essential accessories. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty stoked about this tool, but there are some things that I wish were done a little bit differently. You tell me if they're deal breakers or not. First off, how hasn't there been more workbench vises like this yet? I mean, they've been keeping things together for generations, but they've been kind of stuck in their ways. Sure, they have a good grip and they can spin 360 degrees, but that's about it. And if you've got space limitations and the two-dimensional plane doesn't solve your problem and what you need is beyond that, then you're shit out of luck. And the IQ Vise fixes that in 4 key ways. So first, has a ball and socket joint. It also has different jaw covers, a few plug-and-play accessories, and this locking pin. All right, first up, this ball and socket joint. Now, I think this is what makes the IQ Vise feel like a real upgrade to the old school workbench vise. So instead of it just rotating in 360 degrees, you can position it in any way you want and then lock it in place with the cam lever underneath. The appeal of this is obvious. If you're working with something that's awkwardly shaped or you just want a better angle, you just make some quick adjustments and then you're back to work. Next up, the jaw covers. If you've ever worked with anything that's oddly shaped or prone to scratching and you're cringing as you tighten down on the vise, you're gonna like these. At this time, IQ Vise has 5 different jaw covers designed for different materials or tasks. You've got Flex Fit, a rubberized grip that won't mar your workpiece. Leather, perfect for detailed woodwork that won't damage the wood. You flip it over and you got a nylon side. Pipe Fit, one side has a rubberized concave groove for pipe, the other is serrated steel for a serious grip. Sure Fit, there's compression foam for delicate or weirdly shaped items on one side and rigid nylon on the other. And then woodworking. This one is bigger than the rest. It's got rigid textured rubber and soft foam on the other side. Now let's talk about the accessories, because accessories are like frosting on a cake. They're not essential, but they make the cake that much better. And these accessories are the frosting to the IQ Vise's cake. And there are 3 of these accessories, all of which have flexible goosenecks that'll keep their shape. A 5-inch magnifying glass, giving you that close-up look. 180 lumen rechargeable work light, because sometimes you want direct targeted light. And a cell phone holder, so you can follow a tutorial or record your work without having to hold your phone. Say you want to mount an accessory here to one of the ports on the vise. You can do that. Let's take the light, for example. That can be angled wherever you want, right? Or maybe you want to use one of the mounts that it comes with. Maybe your situation calls for this to be screwed into a countertop, and you could put that wherever you want and it'll stay there, it's stationary. There's also the magnet option. This is pretty nice. Powerful magnets. Really powerful. And then lastly, there is the C-clamp option. This has 2 mounts on the top and 2 on the bottom for an accessory. And now, the moment that we've all been waiting for. This locking pin prevents this vise from going anywhere. This thing can withstand 130 foot-pounds of torque when you put in that locking pin. Turns it into one hell of a workhorse, you know? Okay. My key takeaways are that I'm honestly surprised that it's taken this long for a workbench vise like this to get made. Yes, I know that there are some vices out there that can do the various directions, but something quite like this with the jaw covers, with the accessories, with this easy to use design, I'm surprised it's taken this long. The jaw covers, I think these are a really great idea. They give the tool a lot more versatility. You can use a lot of different materials, a lot of different tasks. The one thing is, sometimes they're just a little wobbly. A couple of them are a little wobbly. It's not an issue when you put the locking pins in, but I'm just not really sure why that is for some of them and not for others. Lastly, and I think some people will agree with me on this, I know it's common for workbench vices to be fastened to the workbench. I get that. But it would be nice if there was some way to temporarily fix it to the counter, like C-clamps or something else that made it more sturdy on its own. So that was one of the things that I thought would be a nice improvement for this. In general, I don't think it's going to replace your big capacity workbench vices. But I do think it's going to be great for maybe smaller shops or more specific tasks and projects that you need something like this for. Especially if they had a way to, temporarily attach it to the work counter. And there you have it. Be sure to tell us what you think of the IQ Vise in the comments down below. Hit subscribe, and as always, keep working and take care.